You can assign whatever meaning you want to your chronic pain and symptoms. I will tell you from personal experience and from the people that I've worked with, and just from looking back on all this information, spiritual laws, whatever you want to call it. If you assign a meaning that is rooted in fear, the symptoms and pain will continue, and they will feel like they're torturing you, and you will feel victim to them. If you assign a meaning that is rooted in faith, knowing, becoming, trust, they go away because they lose their power, right? So an experience I had recently, I don't deal with chronic symptoms, right? But a symptom will pop up every now and then. If anyone judges that as being like, oh, you don't have symptoms ever, like you have to never have symptoms in order to be successful, that's insane because we're humans, right? Okay, so I have broken out of chronicity. I'm living my life. I'm very happy. I'm not bedbound. I'm not couchbound. I'm actually living a very big life in a foreign country. I'm in Costa Rica with my 2.5-year-old, and we're doing it. We're doing life. Okay, so something that happened recently. I got like a very mild migraine, but I haven't had a migraine in like 3 years, maybe longer. And so I had an initial freak out, and I was like judging myself at first for even having a freak out because I was like, dude, I coach people in this. I should be the one who's like, I get a symptom, and I do sometimes, but who I get a symptom and I'm just like, okay, cool. It's all good. I know what this is, right? But I was like judging myself. I was like, oh my God, I'm having a freak out. And that must mean that I suck, that I blah, 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 whatever. And then I listened to one of the videos from Mindful Gardener. I love him and I learned so much from him on my journey. And he was like, dude, you have to have your freak out in that first little while, especially if a new symptom comes up or one you haven't had in a long time. He's like, yeah, you're gonna have your freak out. And I was like, okay, I guess I just needed a little validation from someone that I know has been through this, being like, yeah, that's normal. Okay, so the judgment went down, right? But I was like, I can assign whatever meaning I want to this, right? I can make it mean that I'm so stressed out and my body literally can't handle this, and I'm so weak and blah, blah, blah. And my nervous system is just like this frail little thing that's just like, oh my gosh, she experienced something and now we have to send symptoms, whatever. But I was like, I really want to tap into this and see like what's going on, because I don't get symptoms often. I was like, what's going on with this one? Like, what is going on, right? And I wanted to like really feel into that meaning. And I'm not saying that we always have to do that. Like, if you have something come up, like, don't search for the deeper meaning every time, because it can send you into a fucking rabbit hole of like, you don't always need to know the meaning. You can just trust your body and trust that it's sorting things out without you having to control and get in the way constantly and micromanage, right? But I was like, okay, I'm changing my perspective on this whole migraine, which again was very mild, but still kind of threw me off because I was like, I haven't had this in forever, right? Okay, so I was tuning in. I was feeling into my heart space. I was breathing into my heart. I was really tuning in, and I was like, what's going on? What's going on with this? What I got was, I've been through a lot of trauma in the past 1.5 years, but now recently I'm going through some changes. And this symptom, what I was feeling into was, it was an energy, it was an emotion that was being kind of suppressed, because it was like, she's not ready. Like, now's not the time, whatever, right? And it was like, this little bit of a migraine is that energy releasing, like truly like your awareness is expanding, your consciousness is ready to expand, you're ready to feel this, and it wants to release, right? Oh my gosh. Within an hour, it was like I turned a switch. It was like symptom on and I turned the switch. It was like symptom off, right? It's like when you don't resist something and when you see the meaning behind it. And that's the other thing with these meanings that I'm talking about, right? That was something I felt was true. But if you want to think like, this is going to sound weird, I feel like, to some people. Just imagine this, right? If this was true, you get to believe what's true. Am I right? There's no like one law that is like, this is what a symptom means. We know it's all subjective because some people see their symptoms as bad, horrible, all this, and they suffer. And some people don't, and then they stop suffering, right? But I was like, what if I was like, dude, every time I get a symptom or a migraine, it means that I'm leveling up. It means that I'm about to step into being a millionaire. It means that I'm about to step into more money, into a different life, whatever. Like, and I was like playing around with that. And I'm like, yeah, that took away all my fear around the sensations or the symptoms or whatever, right? Because imagine that. Imagine if you held that belief. Like, yeah, every time I get a little headache, I get some pain in my back, I get some anxiety, like it means that I'm about to level up, right? Who even, like, even if that didn't happen necessarily, what is the harm in you believing that? Like if it brought down the fear and if it made you like step into confidence and just be like, yeah, I'm about to level up. Hell yeah. The symptoms are going to come down just because you're in a state of like confidence and flow and ease and trust. You're like, hell yeah. Even excitement. I mean, imagine if that was true. And that's an exercise I do with my clients and with the people in the Unbothered Challenge is like, imagine that if you have your symptoms today, they're exactly the same, and someone tells you, if you just relax into them today, if you just like chill with them and you're like, dude, come on, yeah, let's be BFFs. I hope you stay here forever because I love you. This is great. Like if there was no fear around it, you were going to get $1 million tomorrow. Like how committed would you be to that? I don't think anyone would slip into the resistance for a second if they knew that they were going to get $1 million the next day. It's up to you to assign the meaning to these things. Or you can just go back to the research, which is helpful too. Dr. Sarno, Alan Gordon, like all these people that are doing the more of the heavy research, or that did more of the research, that had the proof with clients and their patients and everything. Like symptoms and pain arise from these repressed emotions and from the personality types that tend to be perfectionists, the goodists, like Dr. Sarno called them, the people who catastrophize. Who's pointing that finger? I'm a catastrophizer. I can catastrophize so well. I'm a genius at it. Yeah, the people pleasers, the people who self-abandon. And we never learned in society that symptoms and pain are just a signal. They're not something to be feared. It's like, who said it? Like, I think Gabor Mate, like, you aren't sick. Our society is sick. We grew up with so many weird beliefs, just how different life would be if we grew up with the truth and being connected to our hearts and not having every belief rooted in so much fear. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. I'm still getting used to making like long form YouTube videos. So I was just like, let's just do this. I'm just gonna rant. Anyway, if you want to work with me, check the link in my bio. If you want to join the Unbothered Challenge, people are getting amazing results in that. It's a 4-week challenge. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. And subscribe if you want to be part of this.